Well, your Nerd Side's brought to you by Skechers. Skechers USA Incorporated is an American lifestyle performance footwear company for men, women, children. And guess what? Headquartered in Manhattan Beach, California. Woo! So they got to be cool. No, actually they are. They've got some great shoes. They've got geeky shoes. And I call them geeky because they have stuff like the Fantastic Four, Marvel, DC, Star Wars. Don't believe me? Go to Skechers.com or SkechersUSA.com. See if you can get a pair of shoes for yourself.
Welcome to Comic-Con,
where once a year, sci-fi buffs take their lips off the barrel of a loaded gun and spend half a day adjusting their eyes to sunlight.
You want to see a comic book with pregnant zombie nuns?
You psychotic nerd!
Dude, what a bunch of freaking nerdos.
Good to see I'm white and nerdy. Look at me, I'm white and nerdy.
I'm a nerd, too.
Your personality needs some work.
You're not part of the popular clique.
But I was kind of a lonely nerd in high school.
I started a quilt. I did yoga twice a week. I wore flip-flops in public.
I like to roll with the gangsters. Although it's apparent I'm too white and nerdy. I'm just too white and nerdy. I'm just too white and nerdy. Look at me, I'm white and nerdy.
You're a nerd.
Well, by the sound of that means it's time, and it's that time of the week for another show. Thank you so much for joining us, and we really do appreciate that. One thing I want you to do for your Nerd Side is, if you get an opportunity, many different platforms you can listen to us on. Some go Spreaker, some go, well, I don't want to mention the other companies, I might get in trouble, but some go TuneIn. Follow us on iTunes, Apple iTunes, and always follow us there, and make sure that way you can get the shows as soon as they possibly come out. Also, when you're at yournerdside.com, the website, we are giving away Disneyland and Disney World tickets. So if you're in the
Disneyland, Disney World, Disneyland, Disney World.
You're in the West Coast, make sure to get Disneyland tickets. If you're in the East Coast, get Disney World tickets. Now, if you're in Europe or, South America, something like that, you can get them, but you have to get up here on yourself. Also, T-shirts. Check out our Your Nerd Side T-shirts. They're on our website. This is stuff that Brandon wrote out. I've got all these notes in front of me to push.
Wait.
Go ahead.
Just to be clear,
yeah.
If people just go to www.yournerdside.com.
You don't have to put in www anymore. That was from
But it
5 years.
Nice. But anyway,
yeah.
If I go to your website, Your Nerd Side.
You go to yournerdside.com.
And then I just scroll a little bit down to win Disney Resort tickets.
Win tickets to Disneyland or World.
And then I have to click on more, correct?
You can do more. You can do that one. Or you can just to the right side on the website, the right side of the page. It says win tickets at Disneyland or World. I put it like that. You click on it. It goes right to it, and tells you all the news. And the bottom, to win, enter below Your Nerd Side. We randomly select winners. Good luck. Select which side of the U.S. you want to attend at.
And then I don't have to put a website if I don't have a website.
No.
Any type of love message you need me to put on there?
You can put your name. Your email address is so important.
That's required, right?
Yeah, well, we have to get back to you. The message is, hey, Your Nerd Side, I am in San Diego, so I want, where you're from and all that good stuff. Simple enough, right?
Now, any extra benefits if they put a review on us? Like,
no.
Say it?
No, I don't care.
But it would be appreciated.
I'm not reading it. I don't go through this stuff. Hold on a second. I want to make sure. So he wrote on the list, he goes, push Disneyland, Disney World, push shirts on the website. Oh, then don't forget to check out Your Nerd Side T-shirts on there. Also, we're going to get...
Wait, now how do I get a T-shirt?
You just ask. You want one.
So I just email you?
No. They're right here over we're in the studio. It's to the left over here in the closet. You open the door and just get one.
Yeah. But you only have certain sizes, right?
A medium, large, and extra large.
Ooh.
All right. Later on the show, we're going to be talking to some cosplay people, performers for us on the show.
Oh, you had fun talking to them. Who do you have to thank?
Silicon Valley Comic Con. Steve Wozniak.
Who was very nice when I bumped into him on the airplane.
We'll get into that story later on. I want you to tell everybody about that story. She didn't see him at Comic-Con. She saw him on an airplane, AMV.
He wasn't too happy to see me, and I knew he was.
For the cosplay we're going to do, and for years I've always went, and AMV, tell me if I'm right or wrong, if you got this or not. Have you ever always wondered what the whole story is about cosplay? And I always knew they dress up, but it seemed like they were selling tickets or pictures, and they were making money, and it's like this celebrity cosplay is coming. Weren't you a little curious about that, or did you know the whole backstory about cosplay?
I don't know if I know the whole backstory. I wouldn't say that, but they're performers.
Yeah,
for hire.
Yeah, they're performers for hire, but they only dress up to do this stuff.
Well,
and they do.
Yeah, just like when my sister had her bridal shower, we pay for somebody to perform.
No. They're not stripping for you. They just.
I didn't say that. I said to perform. You're assuming every bridal party.
All right.
Like
For
that.
these cosplay performers, their name is Lilitha and Gohalo. I believe I got their names right. That's what I have written down here. And then I get to talk to them, and you're going to like it. And when you hear this interview, we're going to do it a little bit because I want to cover some stories. You got to hear what she says at the end. It is so funny what she says at the end. And then next week, I want to talk to Patty Priest. We have a chance to talk to her from the Munsters, and Ann Robinson. She's from the 1951 version of War of the Worlds. She got to talk to us. It's pretty awesome. We get to talk to her. But first off, let's break into the news before we get into an interview. Some hard-hitting stuff has hit us. Now, we could talk about AMV Chris Hardwick. Do you want to get into that, or should we just leave the poor guy alone?
Oh, no, I think you want to talk about it.
No. Then we'll get something. We'll get into something else. Are you on the page of Your Nerd Side by chance?
I am. I'm actually on the page where you posted on June 17. Ryan Reynolds wants Deadpool in Avengers 4, and who doesn't?
But I posted this on all my social media, and people got way into this. It's unbelievable. If you want to follow us, it's always at Your Nerd Side or at Fonseca Show, or AMV has one. It's Comic Book Corner at Comic Book Corner.
Oh, I pretty much is your social media person.
So she's on Your Nerd Side all the time. It's so funny is because if Disney possibly buys the purchase of the Fox Studios thing, if that thing goes through, then possibly Deadpool will be in Avengers. And there was a fake picture made. It looks so real. And it looks like...
Okay, so that was fake.
I believe it is fake. I found it online. And
that's the best thing you can get, because you can't get Wolverine
wait,
now.
Hold on. You got to describe. What is the picture that they're like, what are you talking about? Yeah. It's a picture of Chris Evans, and who's behind him walking, dresses...
Dress us, Captain
America. And who's right next to him?
In a very... is one of his newer costume, not the one that we saw in Infinity War.
Yeah. Well, he wasn't wearing anything in Infinity War. It's
yes, he was. He was wearing a costume. He wasn't wearing like his jeans and a t-shirt.
He was wearing his black outfit, the black dark one. Yeah, and the hand thing. So he's got a shield back.
The outlaw.
He's got the shield back, and he's wearing his Star-Spangled Banner outfit. And behind him is the Hulk, Mark Ruffalo, in his CGI costume. He's got to wear a headpiece that's high for his head, so people know where to look at if you're really looking at the Hulk. And standing next to him, walking him with all the dots on them. They use the dots for special effects. This is when they record them in film. They can go back and CGI whatever they want in there. If there's a special touch-up or something like that, and it keeps track, and the computer can keep track of it, of the motion, capture the motion for the CGI. And I believe Photoshopped, it looks like it's Captain America, Deadpool, and then Mark Ruffalo's behind him. But it looks real enough like he's really in Avengers 4. People really want him in there.
It brings a special spice to it. But talking about costumes, then you have an article about Hulk getting a new costume for Avengers 4, and then there's a drawing of him in a blue suit.
It's been out for and we talked. There was actually a posting that we did this on Your Nerd Side, and it was like a week ago. Is they released not footage, but somebody got hold of. It's called sketch art, like test art for the movie and stuff.
Same thing like you see, in Pixar before they actually use the computers, they do drawings. Which I have one of Ratatouille. Somewhere, I just can't figure out where I put it.
Probably back in the garbage can. That movie's horrible.
No, don't be positive.
So everyone's got a costume in there, and it's a blue costume, and it looks like it could be one of Tony Stark's prototype costumes.
No.
Yeah.
Black Panther's sister Shuri thinks that she made a costume for Banner in a new costume to protect him. Because remember, Hulk, supposedly the Russo brothers, the directors of the Infinity War Part 1, indicated that Hulk is teaching Banner a lesson because they only want Hulk when they need him to fight versus just Hulk the person.
Okay. So it's a costume to keep him from keeping control of the Hulk.
Well, here...
Remember, these are all theories.
Of course.
Yeah, we don't know.
Of course. I mean, basically, people are just trying to entertain themselves until the movie comes out because they want more and more, which is crazy because the Ant and the Wasp is coming out, and then Incredibles 2 just came out. It's just like boom, 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 boom.
Slow down with wanting more, because every time we want more, it seems like you rush stuff too much, and it doesn't come out the best.
Oh, you mean like Justice League?
No, like Star Wars.
Oh, just Star Wars.
Yeah. Justice League, everything they put out. I don't.
What was worse, The Last Jedi or Justice League?
Justice League, but then Last Jedi was just as boring. God, that movie was so boring.
I did get a little bit sleepy on there.
So boring.
A little bit, but you know what's not going to be boring? Is Teen Titans Goes the movie.
Oh my gosh.
I saw the trailer, which I was hoping was on your website, but the rap music video is.
It is on. I have the trailer.
The full
on
one? Oh my God.
Trailer.
I saw that right before Incredibles 2, which is also amazing.
Yeah.
And it was I love the concept because it's realistic. It was great. Good for old and young. Great. I'm looking forward to it.
Are you really?
I am. Do you know why? Because I was watching Incredibles 2 with all my 3 boys, and from the 18 to the 5-year-old, they all had big smiles on their faces.
Okay, so The Incredibles came out this weekend, and that's the elephant in the room we're going to hit. We all saw it. How many times you see it? Once, twice?
I saw it 2 times.
2 times.
And you?
Like 6 or 7 times.
And your son will see it? 3 starting
times.
tomorrow.
3 times.
Yeah.
3 times. So, what did you think about it?
I thought it was great. It's everything that Brad Bird was saying. Like, listen, we're waiting 14 years because we want to write it correctly. I was shocked that it started off immediately where it left off. I just really appreciate it. And actually, it's a perfect movie to see on Father's Day, considering some of the things that was going on and about identity and love and values and just good. It was awesome. There was a lot of really deep messages and just pure fun, and I just love Jack.
You know what I love? I love the way they got the movie going and how it was nonstop, like constantly something always happening. I just thought it was great. Hey, real fast.
Wait. I'm curious though. Before, sorry, what was better, Incredibles 1 or 2? Rank.
Incredibles 1.
Okay.
Incredibles 1. It's always the first one, and there was more of an emotional thing when he thought he lost his family. You got to tie in that emotional thing. That's famous for Pixar. Pixar knows that.
Yeah.
But I liked it a lot. So first off, we're going to hear from Samuel Jackson, and he plays Frozone. He talks about what Mr. Incredible learns when she takes over. Just listen to this.
The wife is outside the home now for a while doing something. She's off doing the breadwinning thing. And he thinks he knows what's been going on and he can do it, that he can get up and make breakfast and get kids off to school and do the laundry and change the baby and do all that stuff. You know, it sounds mundane and easy, but it's a much more difficult job than most guys would think.
Taking care of kids is hard, and people really don't realize that. You have to be really incredible to do that, no pun intended.
Well, and she had to be a super dad because not only was so much going on, but Jack has 17 powers. If we're going to go off a list, right. I want to know what those 17 powers are.
I have a list. I haven't gone through it yet, and the reason I have this is Brad Bird was interviewed, and I haven't gone through it yet. I'm reading about it and trying to. He says Jack's. They were going to go crazy with more powers, but they said they had to pull it back a little bit. They said since he's a child, he's developing his powers still. Some are going to come, some are going to go. Because if you notice how he got big, and then he was elastic, and then he had this.
Oh,
and
I know
that.
the elastic.
There's so many powers he has. So he said, just wait, and you'll see. I'm positive they're thinking about doing shorts.
Shorts?
Yeah, the cartoon shorts.
Oh, my God.
I
love shorts.
They are not dumb. They know what they're doing, and there's a franchise to be capitalized on this. You know what else I was excited about? How in the beginning of the movie, The Incredibles 2, they put, hey, you've been waiting 15 years. We're really happy to have you.
14 years.
14 years, sorry. 14 years.
That's fine. No,
Isn't that
well
great?
Done.
Really,
well,
really good.
They just actually had a conversation, and this is where you see the voice actors, Helen Hunt, Samuel J. Jackson, the gentleman who
Samuel L. Jackson. He doesn't like being called Samuel J. Jackson.
Oh, who's Samuel J. Jackson?
I don't know.
Where'd that come from?
I don't know. Out of your mouth. You said Samuel J. Jackson.
Who's the actor who's Bob Parr, who used to be the actor in Poltergeist and the sitcom Coach? His name is?
Craig T. Nelson.
Very good.
Craig T. Nelson.
Good. Anyway, it was a very, very nice touch.
Well, Craig T. Nelson, we heard from him He was talking about what he wants the audience to experience from, well, The Incredibles. Let's listen to him.
Well, just a lot of fun. I think you're going to get a lot of laughs, and I think a family, they can bring their family